Time is running out. So live like Jesus is coming today, but also plan smart. Because at any moment, your life could end. At any moment, your kingdom could fall. At any moment, you could lose your house. You could get in a car wreck. At any time, Jesus could come back. Any day, Jesus could come back. That is why it's so important to live wisely. We see a common tendency for Christians is to worry about the future. Is to procrastinate in living all in because they're worried about if they'll get persecuted or not. They're worried about if they'll have the means, the finances to be able to go share the gospel. But this can lead to missed opportunities. The neighbor you saw every day, but didn't tell them about the thing that would save them. The friend you didn't want to offend. The parent that you didn't want to reject you. We all have people in our lives. Maybe we're not going to be a missionary. Maybe we're not going to go evangelize on the street. But we all have people in our lives. Maybe a parent, a friend, a teacher, a neighbor, a coworker, a peer. We all have people in our lives that have not heard the gospel. And living a life of worry, living a life of fear, and living a life of fear of Christ's second coming can lead people to not knowing Christ. If you're so afraid that, Christ is coming back tomorrow, right? If Christ is coming back tomorrow, I don't need to share the word. I don't have time. Stop. That's so ridiculous. It'll lead people to not knowing Christ because you chose to put your own needs before the mission, before the calling, before the kingdom. And being careless about how people live and just saying, well, Christ is coming back, so they'll die anyway. It's not the way we should look at it either. We don't want to be ignorant to the fact that people don't know Christ and people need to know the good news. Okay, so there's this quote that's been going around these Christian circles for a while now. I do not know the original person from this quote, but it is, we need to look at Christ coming like this. Live like Christ is coming today, but plan like he's not coming in 100 years. And we're going to break this down. This has been going around for a while, but let's break this down. We need a plan like he's not coming back in 100 years in a way that we take care of what we've been given. In a way that we take care of our bodies, we take care of our finances, we take care of our household, we take care of our families, right? We get married, we build relationships, we grow spiritually with God, we keep on reading the Word, but live like he's coming today in the sense that you want to evangelize, you want to tell people about him, you want to love others, you want to live righteously, and your calling is to make disciples of all nations. It's Mark 16:15, to go preach the gospel to all nations. Matthew 28:19-20, go make disciples. You don't have to be a missionary. You don't have to travel the world. This can start in your hometown. You could street preach. You could start a Bible study. You could go talk to a neighbor. You could go mentor someone that's younger than you. You can go give counsel. You can go to another country to spread the word. Again, that's one that a lot of people look up to. It's about spreading the word. It's less about how you do it and more about spreading the word, spreading the gospel, making disciples. It's more about that than how we do it. Because everyone's different. It's not just, some people will react differently. Some people who are more intellectual, they will want apologetics. They're going to want evidence. They're going to want stats. They're going to want facts. But then other people, they're going to want to hear your testimony. They're going to want to hear the personal relationship. Let's look at Matthew 16:24-28. Let's look at Matthew 16:24-28. Then Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone wants to follow after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, and whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life because of me will find it. For what does it benefit someone if he gains the whole world, yet loses his life? We've talked about this verse so many times on this channel, but it's so important. It's about denying yourself, picking up your cross, and following Christ. It's less about saying a prayer. It's not about doing works. It's about following Christ. It's about wanting the relationship with him. If you don't have a relationship with Christ, you're relying on works. That doesn't go anywhere. You don't actually know Christ. Jesus will say, depart from me. And if you rely too much on I'm just going to live in the world and sin all the time. I'm going to live however I want, and God will forgive me no matter what I do. No, because you don't know Christ. You need to have a relationship with him. And this video is all about, it's all about not worrying. It's all about focusing on the plan and the mission and the purpose that God has for you. Time is running out. Live like Jesus is coming today. Do not wait to do what God has for you. Do not wait to do the work, the plan that he has for you. Do not wait for your later years to start building that relationship with Christ. Don't wait. If you know you need Christ, if you've dedicated your life to him, and you just kind of in your mind place this, I will do it later. I'll get deep in the word later. I'll get deep in my relationship later. No, focus on him now. Build a relationship now. Use the skills and gifts that you've been given for his glory. And before we end, I wanted to talk about a little story. So I was talking about to this Christian guy maybe a month ago, and we were just talking about a little bit about the end times, about should we actually do stuff. And he was telling me, he was unsure if he was going to get married because he thought that Jesus would come back in 2 years. He was unsure if he should get married because Jesus would be coming back in 2 years. Now this guy was 18. He was not exactly planning on getting married anytime soon, but he was just thinking of not pursuing anything, not pursuing the relationships, not pursuing any of that. Because if Jesus is coming back in 2 years, then what's the point? What's the point of all this? And then there was this other guy. It's like a little group chat. But the other guy, he was saying, no, I'm not even going to share. I'm not even going to evangelize because Jesus is coming back in a year. For one, we do not know if Jesus is coming back in a year. We don't know if he's coming back in 2 years. It could be 1,000 years from now. It could be 1,000 years from now. The whole point is that we need to trust God. We need to trust his plan. The whole point is that we go all in. It doesn't matter if he comes back in a year from now, 2 years from now, 1,000 years, 2,000 years from now. You should still get married. You should still try to build that relationship. You should still, if God's plan for you is not to get married, go on your Paul arc, go evangelize, go preach the gospel. Great, do that. We're supposed to be doing what God has for us, rather than just not doing good things because we're too worried that if Christ comes back, there's not really a point to all this. There's no point to anything if Christ is not involved. This is talked about in Ecclesiastes. It's vanity, vanity, everything is vanity, everything is meaningless. But the whole point to that, at the end of that book, so it starts out a little bit depressing, but at the end of the book, it's talking about how we have purpose through God, how we have purpose through God, and how there is purpose, there is meaning, because we have God, we have a higher calling, we have a higher purpose, we have something to do, we have something to strive for, and what we need to strive for is to be godly men and women, and to not worry about not having time with people on earth, because we can still build those relationships, we can still go do the Bible study, we can still go build the relationships with people on earth and get closer to God, because that's the most valuable things. So I want to end with this. Let's read that quote again. So live like Jesus is coming today. Plan like he's not coming back in 100 years. Live life to the fullest for God. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late. Start living intentionally today. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until the day Jesus comes back. Don't wait until the day that war breaks out and you want to go start telling people about Jesus. Tell them now. Build the relationships now. Do the calling now. If you really want to go all in for God, start it now. Start going all in for God now. Start reading your Bible and getting more intentional and deeper in the Word now. Don't wait. It doesn't matter if you're young. You could still be on fire for God. And there's so many young Christians that they focus on their friends, they focus on the sports, they focus on the video games, but does that even matter? Does it matter? If your end goal is to actually go on fire for God, then why not start now? You'll be able to get so much deeper in the Word. You're going to be able to gain so much more wisdom if you start now compared to, I'm going to start when I'm 25, after I'm done with college, after I'm done with like 2 years in my job. You will grow so much more if you start now. So start now. Go in the Word. Get deeper with Him, with our Creator, with our God. And this is my encouragement to you. Do not wait until it's too late. Live intentionally today. Live like Jesus is coming tomorrow. Focus on Him. Focus on building the relationships with others and discipling others. You could go evangelize to even Christians, because not all of them are saved. I've been talking to so many Christians, and I might get some backlash for this, but I've been talking to so many Christians this last summer that just asking them basic questions about what they believe, and they don't even know. So go talk to people. Go ask people. Go learn from people. Go get deeper in the Word. So thank you guys for watching. God bless. Go bless God. And I have no idea how this looks or sounds. This is the first time in this corner. It's not the best quality, not the best setup right now. I still need to get some more lights and set up some more things. So it should look better. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Put a comment down below if you'd like to see any other videos like this. I'm going to try to be posting way more consistently, 3 videos a week. Just try to be doing that. So thank you guys for watching. God bless. Go bless God. And goodbye.